LTC, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, first of all, we refer to our analysis in my last video because we have a buy setup, buy setup, and this is what we get because at that time we mentioned we could have entry above this, or even some, we have two options if you want entry above this, above the top, whether this one or this. All right, because of this correction as well. Okay, now, but when we get into the trade, when the price was here, I mentioned that whoever is in the trade, they have to at least move their stop loss to break even. I mean, they should manage the trade because we mentioned the price can reverse, or even we mentioned they can. I mean, if they want, they can take out the profit. The reason was we were looking. We say this is the internal correction, and we have these three waves, and the price can drop because we have been talking. This is a correction in relative to this. That's why when the price was here, I mentioned the price can drop, and this is what we get. All right, by the way, now we want to see how we can trade it, whether this is a correction for one more drop to break this low or not. Okay, that's mean if you want to look for buy, shall we wait the price to break this low, or if we get any buy setup from here, we take it. And even if you want to, anyone wants to look for sell, we see whether we can expect the down move, one more down move or not. That's mean we need to look for correction to sell as well. Now we move to daily chart. Okay, as we can see, based on daily chart, we had this correction, and we were, I mean, when the price was here, because we were expecting again the price come to 255 to get the correction. Price haven't tagged, but it was almost near. Then we get the correction. Now we want to see how deep this one can go. Okay, and we want to see whether we can put this one in relative to this, which every time if you mention about that. By the way, we want to see how we can trade based on forward chart. All right, based on forward chart, again, when I mean, we had this move, we mentioned we're looking, this one can be a correction in relative to this, and this is what we get. Now, the only thing is whether this one can break this low or not, or this is the start of the up move with this correction, but this one was really sharp. Okay, that's why when we have this kind of the sharp move, down move, still we can expect the price to correct for one more drop. That's why if anyone wants to look for buy, they should be aware of this. And even for those traders, they want to look for sell, maybe they can see whether they can get the sell from here or not. By the way, we want to see how we can trade it. Based on 1 hour chart, still we have nothing. We don't have any trade whether for buy or sell. If we want to look for sell, we prefer to get a deeper correction. Then from there, we look for sell. And if we want to look for buy, if we get the reversal correction, we can look for buy. This is what we can say right now. But since we don't have any trade set up, but if we want to look for buy, if the price drop, one more drop, and the best is if we can break this low, then any buy from there can give us a better trade setup. Okay, and if we move to 15 minutes, all right, again, if anyone looking for sell, I think let the price to retest this top, then they will have this three wave flat, then any sell from there, they can take it, because right now they cannot, the only way they can look for sell to have entry below this, which is really, I mean, depends on them. Okay, we don't call it the trade setup. By the way, even if for buy also we don't have any trade setup, the only times we can look for buy if we see the breakout of this, then the prices start to correct, then from there we see whether we can look for buy or not, then we can make a decision. But right now we don't have any trade setup whether for buy or sell. The only thing is we have to wait and see what we get from here, then from there we make a decision. Anyway, we follow the chart. If I see any update or trade, then I will share. Thanks.